So guys, this United Kingdom Reverend has reacted to the latest news on the DSS. The DSS detained a woman from the Southeast since 2021. This woman died in the custody of the DSS, and the DSS has been silent. Only for the DSS to come out this week to own up that this woman actually died in detention for a very long time. So guys, in case you don't know, Sahara Reporters has been raising alarm over the continuous detention of this woman, Mrs. Ifedi, not knowing that the woman has died long ago in the custody of the DSS, and the DSS kept mute. Tell me the crime of this woman. They said she sold food for some Igbo boys who are suspected to be IPOB members. That's why they picked her up alongside her husband, jailed them. The husband was recently released, not knowing that the wife has died. She was denied access to medical care, and she died in the custody of the DSS. So guys, when people are saying Igbos are being treated badly in this country, this is an example. Now, see how this headline by Sahara Reporters captured the DSS deliberately denied food vendor link to IPOB, Mrs. Calista Ifedi, access to medical care until she died. Former detainee. Somebody who was there is now the one leaking the secret how the woman died. This headline here says, Nigeria Center, RULAAC, demands probe after DSS confirmed death of Enugu woman in custody. This is an accountability group. They are demanding for probe. So guys, this woman died. Amnesty International has been tweeting about this woman, asking the whereabouts, that she was just picked up in her house, she and her husband, and they've gone missing for a very long time. Amnesty International has been tweeting and tweeting and tweeting. Sahara Reporters has been tweeting and tweeting. Only for DSS since 2021, they were picked up in the name of their IPOB, that they sold food to the IPOB members, and that was the crime. Now, this UK Reverend has reacted. He says Deacon Donnelly condemns state-sanctioned murder of woman detained by DSS since 2021 over IPOB links. So guys, you can see, while terrorists are being pardoned, negotiated with, rehabilitated, giving state money, agreements, they bring their proposal to the table, they are giving all those treatment because they are Fulanis. See what the Igbos are going through in Nigeria. You saw a woman who is a food vendor. You know what a food vendor, Mama Put, is what this woman is doing to survive. Mama Put is what she's doing to survive and take care of her children. She was picked up alongside herself and her husband. So guys, and this person here reacted and says, state-sponsored murder, how Nigeria's DSS killed Mrs. Felista Ifedi. Over 24,000 Igbo disappeared. Many people have disappeared since under the Buhari's regime. They said IPOB is a terrorist organization, but they allow Mieti Allah to kill people, raid communities, set homes ablaze, drive away. Look at how many IDP camps in the Middle Belt today. There are many of them. But still, they don't have the liver to call the Mieti Allah a terrorist organization. They said IPOB is a terrorist organization. And this woman and the husband were picked up, locked since 2021. Recently, the husband was released, only for us to hear that the woman has died. DSS even kept quiet. Now, this person says, Yusuf Bichi is a murderer. Mrs. Calista Ifedi and her husband were forcefully abducted by the Nigerian State Security Service under tenure of the murderer Yusuf Bichi as the DSS DG in 2021. Her demise was confirmed yesterday by DSS. The DSS itself came out under this new regime now, came out to say, this woman that you people are asking us about, she has died for a long time. But Yusuf Bichi kept quiet. Nobody to speak for Ndi Igbo. There is no Igbo leader that is outspoken. That is the worst situation. There is no Igbo leader. So guys, I'm just going to allow you to take a look at some of these videos here, just for you to see what's happening in Nigeria. It's really, really heartbreaking to see what Igbos are going through in this country. Sometimes you just think, if you know what is happening is supposed to be happening. Now, see what this headline here is saying about the Fulanis and Katsina State. Katsina State government courtship with terror, the negotiation and release of jihadist killers amidst continued imprisonment of the innocent, a disturbing moral contradiction and a calculated surrender of a sovereignty authority. Nnamdi Kanu is in jail. there are many IPOB members are scattered across all kinds of detention centers, secret detention centers. They will just kidnap you. They will not even tell your family where you are. Do you know that this woman and the husband, many Igbos have been looking for them? Amnesty International has been tweeting and tweeting all the time about them. Sahara Reporters has been tweeting and tweeting that the whereabouts of this man and the wife is still unknown. DSS kidnap these people and they will not tell your family that we are the one that arrested your people. You will not know. Many Igbo IPOB members scattered across Nigeria, going through hell because they are from the southeast. And you will see Omai coming out to say the southeast is going to vote for Tinubu. This is what Omai did under Buhari. The southeast will vote for Buhari. The southeast will vote for Buhari. You ask him, why are you saying the southeast will vote for Buhari? Nothing to show for. The same thing he's doing now. Instead of him to encourage Tinubu to listen to the cry of Ndibu. This is just a small thing that can be done and solve all these problems. Just bring these people to the table and listen to them. They keep dragging them. They are terrorists. They are not terrorists and all kinds of things. Now, the Sokoto state government is busy giving amnesty to terrorists. Nnamdi Kanu has been sentenced to life imprisonment. Nigerians, you people should check out what is happening in this country to know if it actually worth it, because this is how they will tell you that you don't support one Nigeria. But with all these things, people are being pushed to the wall every day because of the way Nigeria treats people from the southeast. Now, this person here tweeted and said, an Igbo woman who was kidnapped by the DSS in Enugu State, Nigeria in 2021 has reportedly been killed by the DSS. The news broke today. Her only offense was selling food to an alleged IPOB member. That is the only thing they said was her crime. She sold food. Mama Put woman that is looking for money, possibly food for 20 naira, 15 naira is what led to where she is today. Anyway, guys, let me allow you to take a look at this video and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.
The amount of impunity going on in this country is just too much. Do you know that on November 23rd, 2021, an Igbo woman named Kalista Ifedi was arrested from her home in Enugu by DSS, and her crime being that she sold food to IPOB members? How do you arrest a food vendor for selling food, for doing her business? And they arrested her based on suspicion that she sold food to IPOB members. This woman is a food vendor, and they arrested her on a suspicion that she sold food to IPOB members. Make she not do her business. Make she not sell food. How will she even know who is IPOB members and who is not IPOB members? How will she know? A woman who is just doing her business, they arrested her from her home in Enugu that she's selling food to IPOB members. This woman was held illegally by DSS. No trial, no due process until she fell ill. Even when she fell ill, they did not give her proper medical care. And the last time her family members saw her was in March 2022. She never returned to her family. The DSS has now admitted that she died in custody. Her crime being that she sold food. They suspected that she sold food to IPOB. A food vendor. A food vendor. What kind of country is this? What? The last time her family members set their eyes on her was in March 2022. Was the last time her family members set their eyes on this woman. And she was sick, suffering from ulcer. She was sick. When will DSS arrest those government officials who strike peace deal with terrorists in the north? When? Let them use that devices they use in tracking innocent citizens to track those terrorists and those people making peace deal with them. That is how a functional country works. The entire Igbo community is seeking for justice for Kalista Ifedi. We are seeking for justice for Kalista Ifedi for the wrongful detention of this poor innocent food vendor.
You are seeking damages to the tune of 500 million naira.
To get it correctly, let me first and foremost wish the media a Happy New Year. And thank you for coming today. This is our first case of the year. And you can be rest assured that there will be many of them. So, and we encourage you to make sure that you help attend these cases and document them for history. Today's case relates to the consistent violation of my rights by the Nigerian police. So I decided last year, when I've had enough, to sue the IGP of police, the illegal IGP of police, in his personal capacity. and also sued the Ministry of Justice and the CP of Abuja, and we are seeking damages. It's not 500 million. The first is 200 million naira, and there's a separate 1 billion naira. I mean, this is small compared to what these guys have done to me in terms of physical harm. In some cases, they even tried to assassinate me inside the cell at the FID. All these things you all covered. So I decided to sue them after I was arrested illegally, after the Free Nnamdi Kanu protests we did in October of 2025, in which, as you all know, the police arrested us for exercising our fundamental human right. It turns out that this particular court was where they came to seek the order to stop us from participating in the protest. But the judge, in his wisdom, said, well, you can ask for a certain area not to be touched, but I cannot prevent people from protesting. I was, after the protest, I was haunted all over Abuja. They were shooting at me. Some of you saw it. And they arrested some people on the day of the protest. I went to the police station to get their bail. They refused them bail. And after I came to court, they then arrested me right here in front of the Federal High Court, detained me at the notorious Abattoir Detention Center, where SARS used to use. And I was detained in an open cell, developed malaria from there. Then I was driven to Kuje, close to 40 kilometers out of Abuja, where they had sought and found a judge. And I was granted bail. But the judge was scared away from the court so that he would not sign the bail bond. And I had to spend that weekend. But before spending the weekend, the police, led by the anti-vice police squad leader, one CSP Barao, physically assaulted me within the corporate, forced me into their vehicle, and took me to Kuje prison after I had been granted bail. So we said we've had enough. I had to spend 4 nights in Kuje prison that night. So that was the basis of this particular lawsuit. And our lawyer, Marshal Abubakar, you know him very well, is the one that is going to be doing justice to this, in addition to other competent attorneys. Human rights attorney, AK Musa is here, Koje is here. There are some of them that have not resumed from, Wali also, who have not resumed from the New Year holidays. So they are not here today. It's a very competent team of attorneys from across the country. No one came from Ukraine this time around. These are Nigerian lawyers.
No Russian, too.
No Russian. So that's the basis for today's case. Again, I want to welcome you and thank you for coming to cover this. And I hope we will see more of you. I want to say a small joke for the media. Anytime the federal government arrests me, I see the media everywhere. You find them in the toilet. Some of them are hanging from the POP everywhere. But whenever it is a case of Shewore versus, no, we can't find the media anyway. I hope we develop the kind of relationship that will help you and help us cover this for posterity. I'm also in the media, so there's no basis for us to be separated. And whenever you get into trouble, I'm the first person who will go and defend you. I remember that when Channels TV had a problem with the Buhari regime, I went and sat in front of the Nigeria Broadcasting Corporation for hours just to make sure that those who were invited to that very nebulous meeting made it home that day. Those were the days of the crazy Buhari regime. And Malami, now, interestingly, is the cell that Nnamdi Kanu's brother was staying when we were arrested in October, that Malami is staying. And he has refused to even process his bail because he's afraid of... It's to tell you that whenever there's oppression, it will go full circle. So those of you who are in power, who are enjoying impunity, just know that one day impunity will come to your front door. Because Malami abducted me in court, in the Federal High Court here, after I was granted bail. And today now, Malami was granted bail. Malami has refused to process his bail because he doesn't even know what is happening outside of the prison door. And it happens that when I was detained there, it was Malami that sent me there. That time, the place they called the VIP special area, and I used to be a death row cell. a death row cell. But they have converted it. I heard Abakari went and developed the place. When we were there in October, my friend Ima, the younger brother of Nnamdi Kanu, was put in that particular place. Now Malami is enjoying the place. I hope he will pay Prince for putting deodorants in the cell so that he can breathe. So this is our lawyer, lead lawyer to the Marshal Abubakar.
Happy New Year, everyone. It's our earnest belief that the police needs policing. The Nigerian police force are so used to acting with reckless impunity that they have forgotten that their powers is circumscribed by law and the Constitution. Like we emphasized and restated the optimum time, the police has no right or authority to arrest, detain, or to charge any person who has committed no offense. The Supreme Court has stated in the Terrör of authorities that where a man is free, that man is free indeed and has no business visiting or being detained in prison. Unfortunately, the Nigerian police force believes that their power to investigate and to prosecute is at large, and that they cannot be held accountable whenever they run foul of the fundamental right of Nigerians. Like we stated, a man that has committed no crime has no reason to be charged to court. Protest is a fundamental right. That is the threshold. The court has insisted in the Terrör of authorities that Nigerians have the liberty and the right to protest and demand for a change of obnoxious government policies and to demand that the government acts in consonance with the law. Where Nigerians elect to exercise that right of protests or the right to demand for accountability in governance, the police, the DSS, and other security agencies has no power to clamp down on such legitimate protests, to arrest persons who take part in such protests, and to charge them to court in the first place. Where this has been done, such an action is a violation and a direct assault on the Constitution. That was what was done to our friends who took part in the Free Nnamdi Kanu protest. And it was on that basis that we filed this suit to remedy the rights of Nigerians who took part in that protest. Arresting Nigerians for taking part in protests is unlawful. And having failed to justify the arrest in the first place, the court has now been called upon to look into that particular issue and to remedy the wrong that has been done to our comrades who were unlawfully and unjustly arrested. Thank you. The claims are quite very express. We are seeking for punitive damages of 1 billion naira, general damages of 200 million naira, and litigation and other damages are seeking. We're also seeking for retractions and apology where a right has been infracted, like we have in this instance. The Constitution mandates that such a violating agency must tender public apology and compensation to such a person. It is a matter of law, and that is why we're in court today.
I should add also that following my release from Kuje, the Commissioner of Police in Lagos, Moshood Jimo, also declared me wanted unlawfully. I was leaving the prison when I heard on social media that he had declared me wanted, that he heard I was coming to participate in a protest against the demolitions that was happening in Oworoshoki. So I traveled to Lagos, also sued him at the Federal High Court in Lagos, sought damages as well. So we have concluded the hearing, and we are expecting a judgment from the court. And there are also punitive damages that were sought in that particular case. The judge also graciously did grant an order that he should not have declared me wanted and he should discontinue hunting. So I've been in Lagos several times. I never left Lagos even though he declared me wanted. In fact, at the point I went to his hotel to grant an interview, he never got me arrested. But this kind of impunity is what we want to stop. And we must add that they don't apply to me only. They apply to all Nigerians. We are going to have a problem with the Nigerian police if they make themselves available to be used to circumvent the fundamental rights of Nigeria, especially young people that are using social media, whether it's in Kaduna,
like
whether it's or any of these politicians who put them in their back pockets, like Nenduwoko and one honorable Oga, who has been using the police to harass people. That is going to stop this year, whatever it will take. Finally, this is a very important year of transition. We are also working very hard to see to it, is the TVC here? Yes, to see to it that the owner of TVC does not continue.
So guys, let me quickly take you through some of the reactions as regards to what has happened to this Igbo woman. It's really, really so pathetic. This one is called Calista Ifedi died in DSS custody. DSS lawless and criminal. It's time to ban the DSS and prosecute the leaders of the crime against humanity. There must be justice for Calista. There must be justice for Calista. And this one is a state-sanctioned murder. So, guys, we live in a country where people are being treated differently. It still marvels Nigerians that, in this same Nigeria, a full animal will commit a crime will go free. An Igbo man who didn't even commit anything will suffer and suffer and suffer and suffer. Anyway, let me read out some of these headlines. This person here reacted and said, in Nigeria, victims that escape the terrorists end up dying in the hands of the police, the DSS, and other gun-bearing state operatives. Honestly, it's either you die from insecurity or from this Nigerian security agents. This person, Igbo people have been pushed to the wall again. The Nigerian government does not want to lift her knees from the neck of Igbo people. The Biafran war never ended. A war born out of hate and irreconcilable value system. Oil and water can never mix. Hey, free Biafra now, honestly. Dear Portus, read Donald Trump, White House, State Department, dear Netanyahu, Israel government, recognize Biafra, U.S. government, recognize, this person said they should recognize Biafra. So guys, they are really pushing the Igbo to the wall. This case is one out of tens of thousands. So many souls terrorized and disappeared. The voice is crying for justice are drowned with millions paid to lobbyists who ensures victims are silent. They don't kill you because you are IPOB. They call you IPOB so they can kill you. I think this makes sense. They call you IPOB so that they can kill you. They don't kill you because you are IPOB. They call you IPOB so that they can kill you. Hey, this one is another one. I pray for the repose of us. So, however, I take exception to attempts by fifth columnist to play the usual tribal card with her death. I'm sure the DSS authorities would in their usual manner address any act of injustice relating to the incidents. God bless Nigeria. Igbos are endangered species in Nigeria. It's time Igbos start holding DSS officials accountable for any life of an Igbo tribe who died in their custody, starting from this innocent woman. Chai, they just killed this beautiful, very beautiful woman because she started selling food. Ew. That's the order of the day, sir. Please come to our rescue. It's a terrible situation to live in Nigeria, especially these days. Ew. This is one out of hundreds. Her death was covered up. Her husband was not aware of her death. It's absolutely unacceptable and shameful indeed. Yet, no outrage from the democratic Nigerian sympathizers. In Nigeria, all security are manned by Yorubas and Fulanis. Every one of them are mandated to shoot and kill any Igbo person at any slight issue. We need Biafra so we can arm ourselves and fight Yorubas and the Fulanis one-on-one. We want to settle this with them our own way. And this way, Nigeria killed its citizens. Horrifying. Horrifying, honestly. And this person here say, this is what the Igbos face in Nigeria. Thousands have died, like, without anyone accounting for them against the Igbo. And this one is a Nigeria is a crime scene. So guys, these are heavy reactions from Nigerians. You know, heavy reactions from Nigerians. This headline here says DSS frees wrongfully arrested businesswoman. Others approved 20 million paid out wrongfully. DSS wrongfully. Oh my God. Calista and her husband, Sunday Ifedi, were arrested in 2021 on suspension of involvement in IPOB activities. They were transferred to the Wawa facility. However, when the DG, Mr. Toji Ajayi, assumed office in August, his vast operational experience led to the review of such protractions and inherited cases, one of which was the detention of Calista and her husband. Findings led the DSS mandating the release of her husband on December 15, 2025, and the payment of 10 million naira compensation for prolonged detention, among other things. Sadly, Calista has passed on at the Wawa facility long before then. Their lawyer, Barrister Deji Adeyanju and Ifedi, attested to this. So guys, it's really heartbreaking, very heartbreaking to see how this woman just lost her life because she was born in Nigeria, you know. Suspected IPOB member detained since 2022, awards 5 million compensation Medicare. So guys, there's nothing we will not see in this country. I mean, what Igbo are going through in this country is hell. People are going through hell in Nigeria. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.